Well, we're getting things ready to go. We are changing things up. I tagged out in Kansas, Gerald tagged out in Kansas, and one of our buddies is actually down here. And he came in for his first night. He tagged out and shot his Rio. So now, with the way the weather's been here in Kansas, just rainy, nasty, we are heading down to Oklahoma. This is kind of a spur of the moment trip. It was kind of in the works a little bit between me and Gerald. We were talking about it for a little bit, but now it's happening, and instead of just myself and Gerald running down to Oklahoma, Mike is going to be tagging along with us. So this was his first Rio, was this trip to Kansas. This was my first Rio, and never hunted Oklahoma. Gerald's never killed in Oklahoma. He ran down there a couple years ago and got into them, but never was able to pull trigger on nothing. And Mike's never killed in Oklahoma, so we're gonna hit the road, hopefully try to roost some birds down there, and with any luck, I think we got 2 days that we can spend down there. So we all got tags. We're gonna run around and try to see if we can fill 3 tags in 2 days, but we're heading to Oklahoma and hopefully something can happen. But they're in here just cutting up his Rio right now.
Yes, sir. Doing a little wing extraction right now. Hey, there you go. That'll either be good for fly down or maybe some homemade taxidermy. We'll see.
You there, big boy.
Counts. That's you
Still
versus
counts.
Yeah.
you versus the guy she told you not to worry about, right? I did steal that one from Gerald, I'll be honest.
Go.
Vanished.
Kennel.
Naughty room.
You excited for Oklahoma?
Very, actually. Very. We got some, got lucky and got some pretty cool looking ground. Never been there, so we'll see how it goes. If not, we'll find some public.
There it is, I see that joint.
I've been down there before. Nothing.
We got a dope at it.
Let's go look at another one.
No, never mind. That's a convincing stump.
Well, we finally made it to Oklahoma. We are just in time to run around and check a bunch of properties. We probably got 45 minutes until it gets too dark on us. But we've just been trying to see what we can see tonight. It was raining most of the day, so I'm sure these things really ain't gonna be running around a whole lot. But the good part is one of Gerald's buddies been kind of helping us out, letting us know where he's seen some in the past. So that's kind of what we're checking for our first night, and then depending on what we find tonight, if we can get lucky enough to roost a bird, most likely start there if we think we can get to them. If not, kind of do what we've been doing and just drive around tomorrow morning. Probably start at a couple properties and owl hoot, try to call them, see if we can get something struck on a limb, but we're gonna just keep running around checking properties. It looks pretty nice out here. It's the first time I've ever been to Oklahoma, so I'm liking it so far. I'm gonna like it a lot more if we can find some of these birds though. 2:30, something like that. We've been running around all day, checking a bunch of spots, and we just haven't come up with nothing. We've seen some birds on some private, but we're running around checking a bunch of new public pieces. Gerald hunted here a couple years ago, so he's got some old pins that he's gonna go and check out. So that's pretty much the plan, is get the boots double knotted and water in the vest, and we're just gonna start hiking, trying to call and see what we can strike up. Hopefully we can get on some birds, because we only got the rest of today and then all day tomorrow. Try to get it done, but it looks like some good ground on the map, and there's a lot of it, so put some miles on and hopefully strike something up here. We've been seeing a bunch of jakes, and everything's starting to come back onto public to go to roost. There's a bunch of burns that are on public, and Gerald and I were walking in to scout this field, and sure enough, there was a couple birds in there. We know there's jakes for sure, but we're not sure if there's a longbeard in there or if other hens are with them. We just kind of took off running to get into this pasture, and this pasture we watched a bunch of jakes and hens take this same route to go up to roost back in this burn. So if those birds are going to do the same thing, we should be able to have a shot with them. I know Gerald's not going to shoot a jake, but we don't know if there's longbeards with them. We just kind of seen them and took off, but we know for sure there's some jakes in there. And then Mike, he said he'll shoot a jake. He really doesn't get the turkey hunt a whole lot, and especially not out of state, so we're only here for one more day anyway, so he's going to let it bark on a jake if he has one come in close enough. I see. The other side. Yeah. They're going that way, eh? Slightly, yeah. They should do the same thing in the morning. You think they're roosting up there somewhere? I don't know. They're probably back in here. That big dead tree up there. Hey, there's a bird coming down.
guys.
Dude, that's sick. Miss a bird at 20 yards.
I've never had a clean miss ever. That was. I had a turn for that though, dude. I didn't have any support. That was bad.
No excuse for that.
No, that was bad.
It's another state checked off anyway. And it was fun to hunt a roost. I really wanted to experience a fly down when I came down, and I mean they did it like we said last night. They flew right into the field.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were figuring they were gonna do.
Yeah. So, but I figured they're gonna want to drop more on this side of the field. Not that it really mattered in the end of the day, but it seemed like most of them wanted to pitch out there. But yeah, a lot of jakes, man. A lot of jakes here, as you can see.
He flew down super early too.
I've
Still dark.
I've never heard gobbles that early ever. That was nuts. That was like pitch black and they were gobbling. Not too happy about that first shot, but hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah. So, and now I got another fan for my decoy, which I was actually in dire need of. We'll see how a Rio Jake fan pisses off Eastern in week 4 in Wisconsin. That's meat though. I like turkey. I do like eating them. The first one was for the looks in Kansas. This one's for the freezer. And the decoy, of course.
Congrats either way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It was fun.
That was a really fun hunt. That was a fun hunt.